So the demolition and the clearing of the place still ongoing right behind me. But in all of this, one institution that has come in the center of discussions is the refugee board. Are they aware of this development? Because some of the residents say this camp hasn't been decommissioned as a refugee camp. And even if it has been, what is the plan to integrate these men and women, children into our society, if indeed that is what is supposed to be? And if not, the other options available, what is happening and what has become of that? Fred Duho, my colleague, has been speaking to the Ghana Refugee Board to find out from them or to answer some of these questions that are popping up. Fred.
Vivian, we are currently within the premises of the Ghana Refugees Board, and at this particular venue, that is where issues regarding people who are staying in this country on refugees status are actually handled. And we have the Executive Secretary, Mr. Tetepadi, who has been dealing with these matters for quite a long time now, with specific mention to where you are, which is the Kaswa Buduburam area. He's done a bit of work in that area. He's interacted with the people over the period, and we want to get his perspective as to what next for those people who have been displaced after the demolition of that particular enclave. Mr. Tetepadi, kindly give us a breakdown of the sort of people you meet on your work routine when you go to this Buduburam enclave.
Right. So, first of all, I think I need to place it on record that Buduburam is no longer a refugee camp. And you have several people living there who are not refugees. In fact, most of the people who live there are not refugees, including Liberians. Many of the Liberians there are not refugees. And so since the demolition, we've done a head count, we've done some verification. And so far, 268 persons who are actually refugees have come forward as having been affected. And that those are the people that we have a responsibility towards, and those are the people that we are working at relocating to a refugee camp. So we're moving them away from Buduburam.
To where exactly?
So we have 2 refugee camps in the western region, the Lembele district specifically, and we're moving them to one of these camps, the Ampain camp.
And they've agreed to go, and what are some of the themes accompanying their relocation?
So as I said, 268 people have come forward, but of these 231 have opted to go to Ampain. So for these people who have opted to go to the refugee camp, we'll provide free transportation. We will provide some amount of money for them to start off. This will be provided for by UNHCR. So we are working with UNHCR, our partners in this. And once they get in, we'll also give them what we call NFIs, non-food items, all these to help them settle.
As at present, the action taken has no way gone against any international treaty or conventions, as it were.
Answer your question directly. No international treaty has been flouted, or no agreement has been flouted. The rights of the refugees have not been flouted, as it were. I indicated to you that they are still of concern to us, and we are taking care of them and relocating them. Some of them, as I've told you, are not even prepared to move still, meaning that they will find alternative shelter. And in Ghana, our refugee program allows refugees to live wherever they want to, as long as the Ghana Refugee Board is aware of where they're staying, and we are aware that they're still in the country. And we do periodic verification to ensure that we know the whereabouts of refugees.
We've been speaking to the Executive Secretary of the Ghana Refugees Board, Mr. Tetepadi, and he's been giving us the very few details as with regards to the status of the refugees who took camp at the Buduburam camp, and now some of them opted to be relocated to another refugee center where they will be catered for. And I've been getting all this insight from the man who has been dealing with them over the period. My name is Fred Duho, reporting for Citi News.